All right, and welcome to the inaugural episode. That is episode 1 of Goose Game Reviews. I'm Dad. I'm here with the star and host of the show,
Me.
Goose. Hey, man.
Hi.
So our goal for this show is to review a video game that we played recently, and we're going to try to do this on the regular. And today, Goose, what game are we talking about?
Let Them Come.
Let Them Come. Tell me about it. Let Them Come's the title. What? Who developed it? What kind of game is it? When did it come out?
Well, the developer was...
Talterra Games. And the publisher was
Versus Evil.
Ooh, good name.
Came out in 2017.
Ooh, God, you were 4.
Yep.
Gross. All right, so what kind of game is it?
It is a shoot 'em up.
Yeah.
It's horizontal.
Horizontal side scroller.
Yeah.
Do you move or you sit still?
You sit still.
What is it about?
Bunch of aliens are taking over, and a guy has a machine gun. Plays that guy.
That's enough. That you've summed up my favorite video games. A bunch of aliens are taking over, and a guy has a machine gun. I mean that's Duke Nukem right there. You know what Duke Nukem is?
Yeah.
Oh, you seem so enthused. That's
seen,
my youth.
I've seen you play it, Dad.
Okay. Yes. So yeah, Let Them Come by Versus Evil, which certain, like, to me that sounds like sort of an homage to Evil Dead, like Ash versus Evil, which is a TV show. We'll cover more on Bruce Campbell and Evil Dead at some point in your future. But you play as a very Ash Williams, Doom guy, Duke Nukem type character. You are stationary and waves, hordes. Would you say hordes?
Yeah.
Hordes of enemies.
Yes.
Move from the right of the screen to the left of the screen.
To the left of the screen where you would be.
Where you are, and what do you have? What are you doing to the hordes of enemies?
You shoot them.
Yes. With what?
Your machine gun.
Yes, a stationary turret machine gun with unlimited ammunition. And what else? So, I mean, ammo is not always going to be enough. What else can you use?
Grenades.
You
get like a machete that you can bonk some stuff with.
Bonking with a machete solid. You can throw a hatchet. You can throw dynamite. Several different types of grenades.
I was about to say, there's lots of different types of grenades, including black hole grenades.
Black hole grenades are good. I like the electricity shock grenades myself. Chainsaws, of course, as is customary when fighting hordes of monsters. It is rated M for mature.
Yes.
It is graphically violent. But I would say it's graphically violent in the same way that Doom is graphically violent. And when I say Doom, I mean the original. Excuse me. Not Doom 2016. So it is pixelated. It is designed to look like an old video game, which I normally don't like.
And you normally don't like video games that are designed to look like that.
Unless they are old, for real.
Yeah.
Like, I'll go play Asteroids or Tempest all day, but I don't want a new game that looks old normally. I mean, until we cover Minecraft. But that's a whole nother episode.
That is.
All right, so you had some questions and thoughts on the game. Let's do that. Okay. What do you have?
What was your first impression when you played the game?
My first impression?
Yeah, your first impression.
I had actually, I think, bought it or downloaded it on Xbox Game Pass, and I thought it was gonna be like a quick Saturday find, and I play it for a couple of hours, and then I got sucked in immediately. I loved it. So first impression was absolute loving it. It was straightforward enough that I can just turn it on as like an arcade. But with the number of like grenades and power ups and bonuses and armor and passive abilities that you get, it was just enough strategy under the surface without being overwhelming. What about you? What were your first impressions? Great question.
When I saw you playing it, it was instantly like, I need to try this.
Yeah?
Yeah, like, once you see the first bits of gameplay, it's like, oh wow, I have to try this.
And it's not hard either.
No.
I mean, it becomes challenging, but the mechanics aren't
like
difficult.
Yeah.
So, we should add it's a single player game.
Yeah.
So
but it is fun for like having competition to like see how many hordes you can clear.
Yeah, it's single player. It's almost a good party game too.
Yeah.
Like we played last night, and we handed the controller back and forth every time somebody died. Like I'd play until I died, and then Goose would play till he died, and then back and forth. If you're friends with other people, we play it on Xbox. It's available on PlayStation. I think a few other marketplaces. We'll post them in the comments or the link. But I don't think there's a disc. I think it has to be a download. But Uncle Dan played it online too, because he and I both played it together.
That's one of the times I saw you guys playing it. Was like I saw you and Uncle Dan playing, and then asked if I could try.
Right. Well, and we also kept track of like it would post your high scores.
Oh yeah, among your friends.
Yeah. So
it's another way it can be like a competitive.
It was competitive. Yeah, it's competitive the same way like an arcade machine is competitive. Like you see somebody else's high score with their initials, and you can be competitive that way. What was your next question? So first impression was I loved it because I felt it called back to like Duke Nukem, even Duke Nukem pre-Duke Nukem 3D side-scrolling shooter, sort of like almost like not asteroids because you can move, kind of like maybe Galaga just tipped on its side or Centipede tipped on its side. You can move back and forth with your gun turret, but you're kind of stationary. Go on. You have questions. I'm talking.
Give me some of the good and bad things about it.
Good and bad things about it. I mean, I think I just rambled some of them. Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Go first.
Okay. So good. Love the aesthetic. Music. It gives you a boombox, which is a sort of fun thing. The main character sort of like carries it around on his shoulder and like sets it up before fights. You can pick the music that's on those cassette tapes. The music reminds me a lot of sort of like, this won't mean anything to you, but maybe to someone listening, the Command & Conquer original soundtrack from like 1994, 95. So it's sort of like a techno synthwave hype music. Some of it was,
like the stuff I like.
Yeah, the stuff you like. What are the kids listening to? Whatever the kids like. I like that too. And then again, like I said, enough strategy and depth and volume. It does some things really well too with the gore, the explosions. It gives you this sort of like controller rattle. The screen shakes a little bit. It just feels very visceral. Like you kind of feel the hits for something that feels so simple. I also really like that after a short campaign, you can replay the bosses for high score, and there's an endless horde mode. So you can put it on endless mode and just really crank up a high score. And that's where Uncle Dan and I were competing. What are some of the good and bad things from you?
Well, good things is like the variety of power-ups.
Yeah.
Like how you can master a lot of them. One of the harder things, at least for me, would be you have to really time a lot of things.
Yeah, but that's a game. I mean, that's fair. You do have to time some of that stuff. That's what makes it fun, though.
True.
Yeah. Bad things. Campaign was short. I could have gone for more. It's been 5 years. I don't think there's a sequel. There's no DLC. I would love more of this. But so I think that's kind of that's a good thing hidden in a bad thing. There's not enough. I could also see a multiplayer version of this being a lot of fun, whether you're in like two hallways and one person's on the top floor and one person's on the bottom floor, or you're both next to each other using different types of guns and you double the enemies or make the hallway taller. Yeah, I could see it being multiplayer and being a lot of fun as well. Um, Especially for couch co-op, something where you and I are next to each other.
Yeah.
But I could play it online too. All right, good things, bad things. No, we had no bad things. We just like it so much. What's your next question?
What was the favorite part, and tell me why after?
I think once so here's a pro that'll turn into favorite part. Um and this is customary with anything that's sort of RPG-ish. It's not a role-playing game. There's just level up and perks and talents. It isn't like a level up tree, it's an equipment purchase level. But even if you try and die, you earn a little bit of cash between rounds, in-game currency or whatever it is, credit chits, I think maybe. Um, So even if you're trying and losing and trying and losing and trying and losing, you're earning money. So when you go to the equipment store between levels and adjust your inventory, you can just try different things. And because like the money is so easy to come by, there's no penalty for trying different like combo weapon loadouts, that sort of stuff. And I would also, yeah, my favorite thing is it felt very approachable. Like I can pick it up after not playing it for a year and just turn it on for a couple hours and be completely satiated. Whereas like trying to pick up something kind of comparable, like Doom Eternal, or is a little bit. It's similar in theme. I'm a space marine who wants to fight alien monster bugs, demons with a big gun, but it's just like I got to get my Doom fingers back, and I got to remember all the like. You got to know how to like jump, and there's platforming in the middle, and like you got to walk around the whole castle to get the places and things. Like this is just so.
Yeah.
I can just do it.
Yeah, you can just like go back in.
Yeah. All right, your favorite thing, Mr. Goose.
Probably one of the upgrades that you can get like while playing with your combo meter full. It's probably the infinite things for a period of time, because when you have like a good ammo equipped, like a good special ammo,
Yeah,
it's one of the best times to use it, especially if there's like a bunch of hard enemies on their way.
that's a that's a great point. Okay, so we probably meant different things about favorite thing. I said my favorite thing about the game in general is that it's approachable, and that's fine. But you said something more interesting. Your favorite weapon or combo in the game is
a good ammo and grenade.
good ammo grenade combo, and then if you get infinite equipment, you can just throw grenades all day
and use your special ammo.
and use your special ammo all day.
Like, passively.
Yeah, and you're not losing rounds doing that. That's a good thing. I like doing that too. My favorite perk in the game is the rocket drone. I think the rocket drone is super OP. So in game, you earn as you kill things in double kills or kill streaks or massacres. You fill up a combo meter. You don't have to know any special button combos, and it earns you perks that you earn mid-round. Things you can't buy, it just earns them for you mid-round.
That's what I meant by the infinite supply.
Yeah, and there's different perks there, like barbed wire, or enemies explode, or you get some health back, or you pick up some extra grenades. And one of them that Goose is talking about is infinite special ammo or unlimited supplies, and that is super powerful and fun, especially when you're in a tight spot and you land a bunch of great combos and massacres, and you just kind of mow through a couple levels.
And like a couple black hole grenades.
All right. So what was we have a rating system from a scale of
1 to 5. Should I go?
Yeah, what was number 1?
Lame.
Lame. Okay, I don't think this is a lame game. What's number 2?
Meh.
Meh. Okay.
3 was fine.
Okay.
4 was worth it.
Okay.
And then 5 was everyone should play this.
Okay. Let them come. On a scale of meh to everyone should play this, what do you give it?
Probably maybe like worth it and a half.
A worth it and a half. I'm going to say everyone should play this with their parents' consent because it is rated M for mature.
That's why I said worth it and a half.
But yeah, I'm going. Everyone should play this. We might have got it on Game Pass. I can't remember, but the price point at the time we got it might have been like $7.99 or $11.99. So it was
not much.
It wasn't. It's priced exactly right for what it is.
Yeah.
And I was going to say totally worth it, but I'm going to say everyone should play this. Let Them Come, 2017, side-scrolling action horde mode monster sci-fi shooter, an homage to Duke Nukem and Doom and Ash Williams from Evil Dead. It's great.
Two more questions.
Two more questions. I'm ready.
Dad, would you play this again? That's the first question.
Absolutely. I've been playing it for years. Would you play this again?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I mean, you're younger than me. You're going to have a lot more games behind you and in front of you in your life. So that's good to hear. That means more coming from you than me. What else?
Would you recommend it to like a friend or something?
Yes. I did. I think I showed it to Uncle Dan, and then we both got hooked on it.
Uncle Dan showed it to you.
No. Don't let him tell you otherwise. Would you recommend this to a friend with their parents' consent of the appropriate age? Yes.
Maybe my second cousin, because he'd be allowed to.
Yeah. Nice. Hey, man, great episode. Thanks for sitting down and talking about Let Them Come with me.
Of course.